we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound, and I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends
Thank you all for coming this evening. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, relatives, and family friends. My name is Griffin Sontag, and I'm the proud principal here at our wonderful school. I'm here to welcome you to Pleasantdale Middle School tonight for this very special event. In just a few minutes, we'll be celebrating the graduating class of 2019. Before our ceremony starts, I have a few announcements to share with you. First, I want to take a few moments to recognize some people who have made this evening come to fruition. I know that she's probably over putting the final preparations on the reception, but Mrs. Charlotte Reschke has been instrumental in making this day happen for our students and our families. Thank you. Along with Mrs. Maria Cuevas in the front office, we couldn't have made this day and all of the special events happen. So thank you, Maria. I also wanted to thank our custodian, Mr. Reggie Daniels, and our chief school business official, Mr. Frank Adams, for getting everything set up and ready for this event tonight. So thank you, Mr. Adams in the back. I also want to recognize Mr. John Borelli, Pleasantdale School District 107 board member, for being here tonight and for his continued support of our students. So thank you, Mr. Borelli. One of the other things that I love about this event is how many of the Pleasantdale teachers come to this event. So thank you, teachers, for attending. This graduation is a culmination of the 4 years of middle school, and for some students, the 9 years in the Pleasantdale School District. They've learned together, they've grown so much, and just thank you to the teachers for everything that you've done for these kids. You may notice right to my right, your left, we have an interpreter this evening. So thank you to her, Miss Kathy Craig, American Sign Language interpreter, for making this ceremony even more accessible to people. So thank you. To everyone in attendance today, I'd like to invite you to join us immediately following the ceremony in the small gym for a reception in the honor of the class of 2019. With so many people exiting the gymnasium at the same time, you may want to exit either of the doors here to my left or my right and to go outside the building and then re-enter the building kind of in those main doors that many of you came in, and you can get to the small gym that way. Otherwise, it may be a little bit of a traffic jam as we head out. So we invite you to that reception, punch, cookies, and cake to help celebrate this occasion. And finally, on behalf of the teachers and staff, our members of our Board of Education, thank you for sharing the class of 2019 with us. We're so very proud of these young men and women, and we will miss them greatly here at Pleasantdale Middle School. And now, I present the Pleasantdale Middle School Band under the direction of Mr. Corey Galli and the class of 2019. Thank you, Mr. Galli and the band. At this time, I'd like to welcome Student Council President, Ms. Sophie Dacre, to the microphone to welcome everyone to our ceremony tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, student and staff. I am Sophie Dacre, Student Council President. On behalf of the presidents of the class of 2019, I would like to welcome you to our graduation ceremony. Tonight, you will hear from our representatives of the class of 2019. Every student submitted a final essay to be considered for this honor, and only 2 students were selected by their teachers to present at graduation. The 2 students speaking in a few moments are Maria Stonanowska and Abby Gertzmeyer. As it is our tradition, each class leaves a lasting legacy either through a gift or donation in the name of the graduating class. This year's class is combining with the classes of 2016, 2018, and next year's class to donate a digital marquee to be installed out front of our school this summer. The sign will notify the community of our future events and provide the opportunity to share positive messages with everyone who drives on Wolf Road past our school. A big thank you to Mrs. Domkowski and Ms. Hennessy and their team for all the work they have done over the years supporting the fundraising efforts. I would also like to give a thank you to Mr. Dadia and Mrs. Mahler and their team of volunteers who helped sell concessions at our games and student council events. And an even more bigger shout out to Mrs. Mahler, who has been selling concessions at our games and student council events since 2016. On behalf of the 2019 class, I would like to thank the parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, relatives, friends, and our teachers for giving our class the support and love to help us get to where we are today. Without you, we would not be here today. On behalf of the graduating class of 2019, our thanks. Now, can my male classmates remove their caps, and everyone who is able, please rise for the national anthem played by Pleasantdale Middle School's band under the direction of Mr. Corey Galli.
Graduation ceremonies are all about the graduating students, and I'm really excited about our student speakers this evening. Our first speaker tonight is Maria Stojanowska, sharing her speech entitled An Ending and a Beginning.
Welcome, friends, graduates, distinguished guests, proud parents, staff members, school board, and teachers. Good evening. My name is Maria Stojanowska. First off, I want to thank you all for coming here today so we can celebrate these last few moments of middle school together. Graduation leads us to new changes. It is a step towards something bigger and a step to designing our lives and future. A graduation is important because it is a rite of passage to so many people. When a person graduates, it signifies the move from a previous form of existence to a more mature being. Graduations help us remember the things accomplished in the past, as well as help us look forward to the future. Graduation is an exciting time. It marks both an ending and a beginning. It's warm memories of the past and big dreams for the future. I was a new student in Pleasantdale this year. More precisely said, I had just been in America for 1 month before I started in 8th grade. Though it seemed a little hard the first few weeks, I had already studied English for 4 years before I moved from Macedonia, so I did well when I got here. I learned that we here in Pleasantdale are very blessed, and we should be really grateful for what we have, because school here is nothing like Macedonia. Imagine not having a gym at school, but having to play in an empty classroom instead. That's how PE class was held in Macedonia during the winter. As for the sunny days, we played outside. We didn't have uniforms for gym, so we usually wore whatever we had on. I was surprised to see that we had to change into uniforms here. You wouldn't have been able to do artwork that would symbolize your emotions if you were in Macedonia, since we usually didn't have the materials needed. Pleasantdale has almost every kind of club and many other available opportunities. Yet some people still complain about how they don't have enough or aren't respected by the teachers. When you say that, just remember that if you were in Macedonia, you might have never gotten a passion for doing gymnastics or art, since there aren't opportunities like that there. We should be really grateful for the education we had, have, and will have here in the future. When the decision was made for my family to move here, I was really grateful to be given a chance to live a better life. But I was also sad because I was leaving my whole life behind. I was leaving my friends, family, the place where I grew up. It was really hard. But I didn't lose hope, and I still communicate with all of them. I'm also preparing a surprise for my Macedonian friends, and I'm going to see them in a week. During that period, I learned how important hope, courage, and friendship are in our lives. Every individual and every team in this school has accomplished so much this year. We made achieving success look easy, and I admire that. A wise American author, Napoleon Hill, once said, "When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve." I not only agree with him, but I try to embrace what he said in my life. When I moved to the school in the beginning, I wanted to join a team or a club. My new friends were also joining choir, so I also ended up joining choir too, and later on tried out for a solo. I never thought I would have been chosen, but subsequently, after I tried out, I got the solo. I was so happy for my accomplishment. And I was excited to represent my school. Our school choir is one of the best choirs in this area, and when we sang in front of the judges, we not only sang the songs, but we lived through them. That led us to winning the Award of Superior at the High Notes Festival. But I wouldn't have been chosen for doing this solo tonight, or for doing this speech, if I hadn't had the courage to try out, or if I lost hope. When you lose hope, you become no one. You don't know who you are, and you lose yourself. But by having hope, you can achieve everything you want and imagine, and all of your dreams can come true. Class of 2019, we had hope and courage through middle school, and together we succeeded in being one. With that same courage and hope, we'll make it through high school, and we'll be the best students that they'll ever have, because I've never seen anyone more inspired to learn and achieve as we are. Our teamwork created an atmosphere full of new friendships and trust that created our own intergroup language of communicating and taught us how to care for each other. Courage and hope weren't the only parts of our lives during middle school. Friendship was too. When I moved to this school in the beginning, every one of you welcomed me here and made me feel like I've been here for years. And I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. I also thank my friends that I made here for making this last year of middle school so fun and interesting. When I came here, I saw something that touched my heart. I saw friends working together and helping each other reach their goals. As a graduate, I'll personally miss middle school very much. I feel excited for high school, but also scared to go to such a big place and to grow up. There are going to be a lot of obstacles that lay ahead in our path through high school. Transferring to a new school can be really stressful and scary. That's how it was for me when I started here. I was stressed and scared of the huge change that I was coming into. However, it will take hope. It will take courage to overcome those negative thoughts and feelings that affect our lives. Once I conquered those negative thoughts and feelings, I started being more outgoing and confident. Middle school taught us how to deal with our problems and live bravely. Never forget middle school, because without it, we wouldn't have discovered who we truly are and want to be. Never forget the wonderful friendships that we made and the beautiful time we spent with our friends. Middle school will always be a part of our lives, minds, and hearts. Life during middle school is like riding on a roller coaster with your eyes closed. We don't know where it's going, but we still enjoy the ride and try to live through it. But you know what comes at the end of that ride? We're excited and happy and joyful, and we are eager to ride again and to live. Finally, Pleasantdale class of 2019, I encourage you to be nice to each other and make high school even better than middle school. I wish you all a wonderful life, and I wish you to never lose hope. While it's going to be hard in high school, remember, don't lose hope and support and rely on your friends. Don't let your dreams be just dreams. Let them become reality and be who you want to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. You have an amazing story, and I can't wait to hear more chapters of it in your very bright future. Our final student speaker of the evening is Abby Gertzmeyer, and her speech is called The Present Moment. Abby, come on down.
Welcome, parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, teachers, administrators, Board of Education, and graduating class of 2019. Thank you all for coming tonight. In honor of our final meeting together as Pleasantdale's class of 2019, I would like to take attendance one last time. When I call your name, please say here. Soha Abbas. Here. Emma Alatich. Here. Mohammed Al-Zubi. Here. Angela Angelovska. Here. Maddox Becerra. Here. James Bell. Here. Avery Berg. Present. There's always one. About 6 people in, one brave soul decides to make things more fun for everyone by proudly stating that they are not only here, but that they are present. Most people probably don't put a great amount of thought into their choice of word during attendance, but thus began my thinking as to what it truly means to be present. In this moment, there are many of us here together, but how truly present are we all? I attended school almost every day this year, but upon further reflection, I realized that many days that I physically was at school, I may not have fully been present. Looking back now, I regret not making more of an effort to become completely in the room mentally and to work through the things that weren't allowing me to live in the moment. Today, I'd like to reflect on the value of being present and the sense of purpose and contentment it can lead us to. So how can presentness be defined? I invite you to think about your presentness today as all 500 plus of us sit here together. Perhaps your state of being present is currently non-existent as you are completely zoned out. Maybe you feel that you are very present and living in the moment. Russian author Leo Tolstoy's Ruminations, later simplified into a children's book by John Muth, considered 3 questions of living. When is the best time to do things? Who is the most important one? And what is the right thing to do? His answers to these questions relate greatly to the idea of creating a positive character and realizing value in each moment you experience. He also put simply the overall essence of what it means to be present. Tolstoy came to the conclusions that there is only one important time, and that is now. The most important one is always the one you are with, and the most important thing is to do good for the one who is standing at your side. We so often get lost in thinking about different things we could be doing, different people we could be with, or different times in the past or future. When our minds are overcome by these absent ways of thinking, the present is shortchanged. Once these thoughts are recognized, you can try to move past them by focusing fully on the moment you are in currently and finding a place of contentment in your present state. Upon contemplation, I've concluded that personally, I don't have a definition for presentness. I think that if living in the moment were planned, the time spent planning would cause one to be living in the future. Being present is something that can be practiced, but should occur naturally and genuinely. I encourage you to try to find your own way of being present and practice that in your everyday life. Because of the discoveries and gains you may come to find, ironically, truly being present and doing nothing can feel like one of the greatest accomplishments. Throughout this process, you can realize the true beauty of allowing yourself to think and to feel, as we all owe these realizations to ourselves. For many people, including myself, cell phones and modern technology are an omnipresent factor in keeping us from being present. We may spend more time looking at our phone screens than we do looking at anything or anybody around us. As consumption in cell phones has today become a social norm, it may be viewed as abnormal to not be checking one's phone actively and continuously. Rather than spending downtime on a cell phone, one may find it beneficial to spend that time truly appreciating and interacting with people and surroundings. Similar to Leo Tolstoy's realization that what is important is not what you have, but who you are with. When these calm moments are realized, it can lead us to incredible strides forward in the mental state, and ultimately help to progress the natural occurrence of living fully in the moment. There was a period of time during my 8th grade year where I now recognize that I was very much not present. More importantly, though, I was barely even making an effort to do so. For me, I believe that it was ultimately the longing for things to happen in the future that kept me from living in the now. I had a mindset that led me to the idea that once something would happen or I would get to a certain place, everything would be great. Tolstoy would likely remind me that the most important time is now and that I may be able to improve the present if I put effort into focusing on the current moment. Of course, the barrier between one person and being present is different for everyone, but I think that once that barrier is recognized, one may have an easier time overcoming the challenges being faced. So how does one overcome barriers and reach a state of presentness? Finding the motivation to become present can prove to be a task which takes time. I think for myself as a student, but also for anyone in a similar situation, I was often just making it through the days and waiting for my sigh of relief, typically the end of school days or weeks. As the end of our middle school journey began to sneak up, becoming nearer and nearer, I found a great sadness in the closing of our middle school years, and a part of me wished for them not to end so soon. As I recognized this timeline and realized my own heartache for the closing of a chapter, I began to put effort into my state of being present. I previously had been spending an immense amount of time in my head, consumed by my own insecurities and worries that were yet to come. I then slowly but surely broke out from that mindset and routine, distant, pessimistic thinking and started taking time to appreciate the moments where I recognized happiness, whether that happiness belonged to me or not. I would peer from car windows and observe the passing people, places, nature. I began to find genuine joy in the quick glances of people conversing across their lawns or walking their dogs. And throughout these experiences, I would also come to realizations and simple thoughts of my own, as I took advantage of my state of content presentness blended with wandering thoughts. Rather than obtaining their previous contents of cell phone-sourced absent-mindedness or occupation in other tasks, car rides have now turned into simple yet valuable moments in my day of practiced presentness. I would like to reiterate to anyone of any age that it is never too late to begin practicing presentness. You may discover it also to be a state of mind which sometimes takes time or effort to achieve. I'm certainly not claiming that I have mastered being present, but I have found an approach that often leads me to contentment. I think that the first step is recognizing your motivation and desire for a change of mindset, however that may appear for you. This might begin with simply focusing on Tolstoy's beliefs that importance is in the current thing you are doing, current person you are with, and current time you are living in. And to the class of 2019, we're graduating 8th grade. We've already grown a great amount, even just through our middle school years, yet we have much potential for growth. With that said, I encourage you to recognize opportunities for presentness and make an effort to create a routine which leads you to contentment and success, as I wish that for you all. Thank you for this middle school experience, and thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you, Abby. That really makes us think in a really good way. That's just two. We could get the other 95 to come up too, but this ceremony would go on for quite some time. So thank you to both of our speakers one more time for sharing those insights. Our next speaker tonight, Dr. Dave Palzett, our school district superintendent, will now address the graduating class of 2019.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sontag. Let's hear it one more time for our student speakers. I mean, how amazing. The preparation that goes into something like that is no small task, so thank you for writing and speaking some great words. Welcome parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, staff, Board of Education members, and most importantly, students. To the class of 2019, I'd like to offer my congratulations on this milestone and wish you the best of luck as you enter the next phase of your academic career. Promotion ceremonies are always a time for reflection and often include old people standing at a podium offering advice. Tonight, I am proud to serve as your old person. And on behalf of the Board of Education, I would simply like to say a few thank yous. To parents, family, and friends, thank you for your partnership and support throughout your child's time in District 107. Whether it's a last-minute trip to Walgreens to pick up poster board for their second grade book character report, dropping off a forgotten lunch, instrument, book, attending a concert, play, art show, science night, or athletic event, helping with homework and trying to figure out what the heck lattice multiplication is, you are your child's first and most influential teacher. We are appreciative of the trust you place in us to care for your children, and thank you for all you do at home to encourage and support their learning. To our faculty, staff, and administration, thank you for your dedicated service to the students and families of Pleasantdale. The collaborative efforts of every teacher, assistant, specialist, secretary, support staff, custodian, and administrator come to fruition in this celebration tonight. We appreciate your inspiration, innovation, and commitment to the growth of our students as learners, individuals, and citizens. And to our students, you did it. And when I say you did it, I'm not talking about you made it to graduation. I'm talking about what you did every day to make Pleasantdale a special place. A school is nothing without the students. It would be a really big building with a lot of empty rooms. You bring the life, the heart, the energy to the school. Your laughter in the lunchroom, your time and dedicated practice in a sport, club, or instrumental music program, your time, frustrations, hard work, perseverance, and grit in working through your classes. Your creativity, collaboration, and service breathe life into our schools. On behalf of the faculty and administration of District 107, we thank you for making us proud each and every day. It is our honor to help you learn and grow on your journey. We look forward to great things from you and will watch your progress with anticipation of much success. We are proud of who you are and excited about who you are becoming. Congratulations on this significant accomplishment and best wishes for a happy, healthy, and fulfilling future.
Thank you, Dr. Pelzet. Our final speaker of the evening is someone many of you know because of his positive attitude and friendly personality. I've really enjoyed getting to know Mr. Vipul Didia over the past couple of years. We thank Mr. Didia for serving his term on the Board of Education, and we welcome him to the stage at this time to address the graduates of Pleasantdale Middle School.
Good evening. If I'm too loud, just say I'm too loud. That's okay. Look at them. First, the entire Pleasantdale community joined me today to extend a warm congratulations on your graduation day. This is the accumulation of years of hard work and dedication that probably began long before you arrived at middle school. When I mean hard work and dedication, is not only for the kids, but also for the parents and grandparents and siblings and friends and family. I encourage you today to be present in this moment and celebrate all you have achieved with the family and friends who have supported you along your path. As you take your next step and explore new options, you can rely on the wealth of knowledge you acquired at Pleasantdale Middle School. I didn't know if I'm going to have 5 minutes or half an hour, so I'm just going to go back and forth. No, don't do that yet. Just a few thanks to, I would really want family members that have really helped with the 8th grade committee today to just stand up, because without you, we would have never been able to, come on, I know, otherwise I'm going to start calling names. Come on, Arlene, get up. Thank you. There is one, I think, that has gone way beyond the call of duty to help us with the 8th grade fundraising. That's Mary Mahler. Right behind my name, if you can see, it says outgoing. That doesn't mean that I'm outgoing. I was a board member and now I'm leaving. Just want to make sure that people were asking me, outgoing means you are, so And I'm a former board member, and we also have another former board member, Gina Nelson, here present too. Few other thanks to the teacher, because as they say, it takes a village to raise a child or the school. The teachers did a wonderful job. You will get a lot of advice from different people: parents, teachers, grandparents, friends, and family. Take in all the advice, because I'm going to give you some too. Just like an old man, like Mr. Pell said, I'm also an old man. Few things. First one is be respectful. Not only I know you guys are respectful to your parents and grandparents, but mostly to yourself. You have to be respectful because you're beautiful inside and outside. And you're knowledgeable, you're talented, and I saw you guys at the talent show, and yesterday at the party, you guys were awesome. And this morning, the sense of humor for half of the kids was amazing. Thank you. The next one is attitude. You have to have a positive attitude no matter what you do. Waking up in the morning, gotta have positive attitude. Don't say my hair looks bad today. Just have positive attitude. Hardworking, each and every kid. You guys made it to 8th grade, are hard workers. The other one I want to go over is quality over quantity. I think a lot of kids say, oh, I worked 8 hours, I studied 8 hours, and I only got B or C. It's the quality. Quality of hard work is very, very important. It's like being present, like Abby was saying. Passionate. You have to be passionate in something, not Fortnite. Oh boy. I'm talking about some kind of education, some kind of stuff that you'll be able to make difference in your lives. Be kind. That's a big one. Be kind. Don't worry, be happy. And last, set goals. Try to set goals when you're going to go to high school as to what are you going to be doing in next 4 years, or even start with the small. And I wrote down grades. Grades are important because what you get in freshman and sophomore are going to be continued all the way to the senior year, making sure that you get good grades. And lastly, I want to say to the 2019 class of Pleasantdale, congratulations. Thank you.
Nice job.
And now it's time to present the candidates for graduation. Dr. Palzette and members of the Board of Education, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Pleasantdale Middle School, I request that the students seated before you, having fulfilled the criteria for graduation, be certified as graduates of Pleasantdale School District 107 and honored with their diploma as the Pleasantdale Middle School graduating class of 2019. Mr. Eric Bush will do the honor of reading the name of each of the graduates of the class of 2019.
Soha Abbas. Emma Ann Alatich. Mohammed Fadl Al-Zubi. Angela Angelovska. Maddox Becerra. James R. Bell. Avery Lynn Berg. Abigail Najoni Billy. Rylan Joseph Branch. Sophia Katerina Brodowski. Karina Bruchas. Natalie A. Burke. Derek James Cabana. Theodora Elena Calafatanu. Nathan Augustus Camba. Nathaniel Cape. Anna Cassiope. Sarah Patricia Caulfield. Carol Chen. Sophie Sylvia Dacre. Griffin Thomas Davis. Nithin Anthony Dedia. Jack Daniel DeFada. Zachary Patrick Garcia. Jessica Ann Garan. Abby Gertzmeyer. Delfina Grozdanowska. Damian Grujic. Emitario Gutierrez. Amanda Frances Hahn. Maureen Campbell Hanner. Noor Mohammed Hassan. Michael W. Hames. Giovanna Ivankovic. Christopher Aristoteles Giotis. Ryan Charles Johnson. Nusrat Kabir. Caroline Rose Kirschbaum. McKenna Rose Coder. Michael Krawchuk. Lauren Michelle Christie. Dana Krieger. Christian Andrew Kuhacek. Roberta Kuliashute. Victoria Caroline Latta. Jack Thomas Leach. Taylor Nicole Leonard. Stella Ligamare. Brian Lopez Hervasio. Nicholas John Lord. Jaden Francis Mahler. Emilia Maximovich. Zoya Malik. Larry Javier Martinez, Jr. Emily Grace Medina. Luke Hunter Merkel. Christopher Morales. Adele A. Mustafa. Lily Danielle Myers. Gustavo Timothy Navarro. Aubriana Nicole Nelson. Alexandra N. Nicola. Jackson Richard Novotny. Chase Enrique O'Brien. Amelia Victoria Pillars. Christopher K. Palaz. Gabrielle Pavlikovsky. Trisha Ria Penmecha. Paige D. Petrovich. Zachary C. Petrovich. Carolina Polikarpovus. Rose Maria Prazer. Matthew D. Preisler. Mia Pushkoras. Benjamin John Radulski. Frederick Ragsdale III. Jeremy Ravy. Solana Rodriguez. Emilio Luigi Sanchez. Jaylene Ariel Sanchez. Joshua Michael Santinello. Simran Singh. Alexandra Nicolette Scaria. Natalia Angelie Marie Squio. Boris Stavanovich. Maria Stoyanovska. Michaela Jade Zott. Luka Tisic. Nicole Elaine Trujillo. Angelo Joseph Varchetto. Sienna Marie Very. Cornelia Viatete. Evan James Vlahakis. Greta Lynn Vorpal. Noor Fatima Zaki. Emma Kathleen Zabella. Ellery Zhang.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of our graduates. All right, finally this evening, class of 2019, I wanted to take this opportunity just to share a few final thoughts with you before you leave Pleasantdale. I just want to say before you go that I'm really proud to have been your principal for the last 2 years. There is so much talent and potential in this group of students, and my hope for you is that you will realize that getting the best education possible is going to open doors for you. Whether that's college, trade school, or an apprenticeship, keep learning. I'm very proud of the challenges you've overcome, the service you've gotten to give to others, and the people you are becoming. Keep trying new things. Keep working hard. Keep being you. You can do and be anything you want to. I know it, and I think deep down, you know it too. But this is just one step of many that you'll need to take in the upcoming years. District 107 and your parents have prepared you very well for your future and have provided you many opportunities. The question now is, what are you going to do with those opportunities? Each morning here at school, we say a phrase at the end of the announcements. It is, work hard, be kind to each other, and make it a great day. The choice is yours. It's true. The choice really is yours. You choose to work hard or not. You choose to be kind or not. And only you have the power to choose if it's a great day or not. I hope you'll choose to do these 3 things each and every day for the rest of your lives. Thank you and congratulations, Pleasantdale Middle School graduating class 2019. To conclude our ceremony, will the graduates please rise? At this time, will you please move your tassel from the right side across to your left? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Pleasantdale Middle School graduating class of 2019. Thank you. Wait for the music. Nice job. Remember, meet in the middle. Sophie, hold on.
This class of 2019. Great job.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you haven't been paid for it. Look at them. There you go.
Oh my God! Is it a video?
Yes, there is.
Oh, hi guys. I am. You are? Yes, I am. By gosh, by golly. Yeah. I was thinking JT, but JT's a 10th grader. He's going to be a sophomore. Okay. Take it to chemics out.
The older kid would.